Dust swirls over a barren hill in southeastern Turkey. For decades, farmers thought it was nothing, just stones. But beneath that hill lay a secret older than cities, older than pyramids, older than Stonehenge, a place that rewrote everything we thought we knew about civilization. This is Göbekli Tepe, the world's first known temple. History isn't what you were taught, and we're just getting started. Subscribe, and let's dig deeper together. Imagine carving 20-foot pillars with stone tools, 12,000 years ago. Each pillar weighs up to 20 tons, yet they were dragged, lifted, and set upright by hand. No metal, no wheels, no domesticated animals, just raw human determination. The stones form vast circles, aligned like theaters in the earth. On their faces, carvings of animals, lions, scorpions, vultures, symbols that speak in silence across 12 millennia. Archaeologists call them totems of belief, or warnings carved in stone. But why here? Why now? The soil dates to 9600 BCE, the end of the last ice age. At this time, humans weren't supposed to build monuments. They were supposed to be hunters and gatherers, moving, surviving. Yet here, people stopped. They gathered in thousands to raise stones to the sky, ritual before farming, worship before cities. Belief, not bread, was the first foundation of civilization. And then, mysteriously, the site was buried. The stones hidden under tons of dirt, deliberately entombed. A temple raised, then sealed. Was it protection? Was it shame? Or was it sacrifice? For decades, Göbekli Tepe was ignored. Archaeologists walked past it thinking it was a medieval cemetery. Just broken rocks on a hill, nothing worth digging. Until the 1990s, when one man looked closer. Klaus Schmidt, a German archaeologist. He had spent years studying ancient Neolithic sites. When he saw the hill, he recognized something different. The stones weren't random. They were deliberate. He returned with a small team and began to dig. And within weeks, the hill revealed its secret. Upright T-shaped pillars, taller than men, emerged from the earth. Schmidt realized this wasn't a cemetery. It was a sanctuary, a temple built by people who weren't supposed to build at all. His colleagues doubted him. How could hunter-gatherers raise monuments? But dating proved him right. 11,000 to 12,000 years old. Thousands of years before agriculture. Thousands before the wheel, writing, or metal. Schmidt said it was the cathedral on a hill, the first sacred space. His discovery shattered the old story of human progress. Civilization didn't grow out of farming. Farming may have grown out of civilization. Faith, ritual, and gathering may have come first. And Göbekli Tepe forced us to rewrite the timeline. The deeper the team dug, the stranger it became. Each pillar wasn't plain, it was carved. Lions, snakes, vultures, scorpions, animals etched with precision, telling stories we can't fully read. Some scholars think they were totems, spirit guides of a hunter's world. Others see a cosmic map, a way to track the heavens, a vulture carrying a headless man. Was it ritual sacrifice, or a symbol of rebirth, death feeding life? These weren't random decorations, they were deliberate codes. But the biggest twist? The site was buried on purpose. Layer after layer of stone and soil, sealing the pillars, as if the builders wanted to hide their own masterpiece. Was it respect, laying a sacred place to rest, or fear, covering something dangerous? No writing, no records, no answers, just carvings that stare back across millennia. Some archaeologists see evidence of feasts, thousands of bones, beer-like brews. Imagine people gathering not to farm, but to feast and worship. They built together, prayed together, then sealed it away. And still, only a fraction is uncovered. 90% lies hidden under the hill. What sleeps beneath could rewrite history again. Göbekli Tepe remains less a solved puzzle than a locked one. Picture the ordinary, raw hands, scraped knees, lifting stones heavier than your body. These weren't kings. They weren't nobles. They were people like us. No palaces, no thrones, just mud huts clustered in the valley. Yet on that hill, they carved monuments larger than cathedrals. The pillars rose taller than any person, like gods made solid. Who decided this had to be built? Was there a leader, a priest, or was belief itself the ruler? The workers lived short, brutal lives. But the stones, they were built to last forever. Ordinary survival meant scraping for food. Extraordinary devotion meant carrying limestone blocks for miles. That contrast, hunger below, eternity above. The site may have been the first place where power wasn't a man, but an idea. The stone circles held more weight than any single chief. People bowed to symbols, not rulers. And when they buried the site, they didn't crown a king. They buried their gods too. Today, tourists walk the wooden platforms, staring down into the pit. They snap photos, but the silence of the stones is louder than any camera. Civilization didn't begin with cities. It began with belief carved in rock. And that's the quiet gut punch. Our need to worship is older than writing itself. So if you want more history raw and unfiltered, the kind that leaves you questioning everything, subscribe now and step with us into the shadows of the past.